Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. I was gonna do a backwards flip. Boost! Oh, I did do it backwards. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 4000 BC. The album, Dad AF. Hey you little thing, let me light your candle, cause I'm by my arms so hard to handle now, mess around. Go Google 4000 BC. Anyway, let's get right into this video today. Before I get into this video, I want to say a very, very early happy birthday to Delaney out there, whose friend reached out to me and asked me to say happy birthday to her. Happy birthday, Delaney. Your birthday is on Monday. I know you're going to be old as the hills, girl, but okay, so am I, okay? I'm the old man on YouTube. But anyway, no, I don't know how old you're going to be, but happy birthday anyway. Thank you for texting your friend about me and my videos. And just so you know, if I ever do go on the Chinese buffet tour across America, you can be first in line for the General Tso's chicken, I promise you. That's your little birthday present. So anyway, let's get right into this video. When people send me like text messages that they're talking to their friends about me, it's so surreal. Like, it's absolutely so surreal. I mean, I'm just like this dude that takes my dogs out and drives around and gets fountain pop with my, best friend and stuff, hangs out with my husband. It's like, it's surreal to me that there are people out there that are texting about me, I know, but anyway, so let's get into this video. Two things I want to say before I get into this is that, I made a commitment going into 2019. Number one was that I wanted to have a conversation in the comment section that you guys have, not me, that I'm not involved in, but that you guys have a conversation down there. An intellectual conversation where we can have our opinions and we can be kind to one another and we don't have to use nasty words and all that kind of stuff. And I have to say, with the exception of a few comments, you guys have, it's been really impressive and I've really enjoyed the conversation in the comment sections below, so let's keep that up. Because what I like to do in my videos is kind of just throw out, my opinion and what's been going on and then let you guys talk about it in the comment section. The other thing I wanted to say was that I made a decision, and I've talked about this in other videos too, that going into 2019, no matter what my relationship, past or present, was with influencers or YouTubers out there, that when I was making a video about them, I was just going to give my honest opinion about the situation at that moment and try to stay as objective as possible, without putting my, personal bias into that of what I think about somebody, what I don't think about that, or whatever. So I just want to say that because I'm really trying to do that in my videos, really looking at things objectively and going, okay, this is what I think. I think on YouTube often, it's very easy, that somebody is extremely loved and adored, and then everything they do is excused, or there's a hate train against them, and then nothing they can do is right. And I think it's, it's very much like a popularity contest in high school, right? It's like the people that nobody likes, it's like everything they do is wrong, but the people that everybody loves, they just get away with everything, right? And I think that that's on YouTube as well. So going into this video, I just want to say that I'm, going to share my honest opinion and just from my perspective how I see about it. And I have kind of opposing opinions about this. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, shim-a-lang-dang, ding-dong. I'm Cupid. Ding! House of Drama phone, this is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? Was I reading James Charles' mother's comments on Tati's Instagram? Hot tie! I love hot tie. Yeah, well, I was reading her comments. What? She did what? She put herself right in the middle of all the drama. Well, I don't know about that. I just thought she was answering some kind of nice... Somebody here said on her Instagram, how does it feel that your son is showing off his ass cheeks on Instagram? Can you even... What? Well, Jane, I mean, if my ass cheeks weren't down on the floor with my boobs, I might wear some chaps too. What? Well, she responded and she said, back to it, she said, if you got it, flaunt it. Such a supportive mom, I know. What? No, my son, he doesn't wear chaps. No, he goes to the big and tall store, honey. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later, Jane. Bye-bye. So anyway, there's so much about these tweets. I'm going to get into that in just a second. But did you guys see, I don't know why I'm super excited about this, but I really, really am. I love Tati Westbrook. I love Hot Tati. I do, okay? And I have followed her for a very, very long time. Y'all know I love Shane Dawson. I'm a fan of Shane. I know a lot of people are so sick and tired of this makeup thing with Shane. But I do believe it's him putting a series together, as well as, you know, like him getting very interested in the makeup. Now, I said in a video that I did not too long ago where I read a Reddit thread and it was people talking about Shane Dawson, this whole makeup thing, what did people think about it? And a lot of people, okay, are coming for Shane Dawson for this. They're saying, we're tired of the makeup thing. We don't get this gig. We don't understand your interests. It's all about the money. You're just making this palette for money. Blah, 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 blah. You know, you're up Jeffree Star's butt cheeks. The alignment between Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star and these threads was so, I mean, it was unbelievable, right? There's like whole threads over there just about Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson together. And it was kind of like, okay, you are just like, this is all about Jeffree Star. So I don't know. And I said in my video, I said, Shane, there are other beauty influencers out there other than Jeffree Star. Because if you're going to do a series about the makeup industry, unless he's just doing it about Jeffree's makeup, well, then that would make sense, right? Then you have to do it about other people too. Well, lo and behold, yesterday, this showed up on Tati's Instagram story yesterday.
All right, you guys, I've been really busy today. I'm sorry I didn't get that video up tomorrow. It's been a busy day though. Oh my God.
Mom is teaching me.
Oh, yes, it is makeup lesson time.
What is this filter? Ew, this makes my face look fatter.
No, it makes you look beautiful. Look. Wait.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, I need to, okay. I'm gonna go contour and lose 20 pounds.
All right, and I'm going to post tomorrow. I'm sorry, there was a glitch. You guys know this is like Hell Week, so tomorrow I will see you. Be there. Okay, I gotta go tend to the situation.
Ass cheeks, Jane, not satin sheets. Ass cheeks. I know, ass cheeks. What, Jane? What movie are we watching tonight? Fences, Jane. Anyway, so Jane and Vivian were having a little conversation while we were all watching the Instagram story over there. They done seen it about 1 million times. So anyway, what do you think? Shane Dawson also posted his Instagram story as well. So obviously he is, I don't know, making the rounds to all the beauty influencers. I hope he makes it to Raw Beauty Christie. You need to go visit Raw Beauty Christie, Shane, okay? If you're going to do a series about makeup, could you please put, oh my God, I just felt my prediction come true. Okay, if y'all don't know, I did a predictions video about YouTube 2019. Literally about 80% of my predictions have come true. Also, my predictions that I did with the Psychic Twins, they have come true. I just had this weird feeling that Shane Dawson was gonna do something with Raw Beauty Christie and this beauty series, and then that was how she was gonna get over 1 million subscribers, because I said she was gonna hit over 1 million subscribers this year. Psychic of the world. If that happens, I'm telling you right now, you better start booking appointments with me. $200 for a half an hour session. Maybe an hour. Anyway, so everybody was talking about this and how Shane and Tati's teaching Shane how to do makeup. I think that's great. You know, I really, really do. It's going to be really interesting. I'm like, the more I hear about this, like, the makeup stuff with Shane doesn't super interest me, I have to be honest with you. But the more that I see him kind of like making the rounds, looking at makeup, I'm like, what is he doing with this series? Like, this series is not just about putting a palette out. Like, what is this series about? I'm getting very, very excited about it. Unless he just went over there because he wanted Hot Tati to teach him a little bit. When people get mad at me about calling her Hot Tati, first of all, let me just tell you something, okay? People get really upset with me because I call her Hot Tati. She don't care, okay? She sent me a card and she signed it Hot Tati. Then I say Manny Mua and people are like, you're so disrespectful to Manny. He knows. He don't care, okay? Trust me. He don't care that I call him Manny Mua. So anyway, but you know, like, unless he just stopped by and said, hey, let me, you know, bring you a pinkety drinkety. I bet he didn't, but let me bring you a diet root beer or diet Coke and then we can do makeup skills together. Wouldn't that be real fun? So they'll probably put a video out. If they don't put a video out, then she's part of the series, and I would love for her to be part of the series. She deserves it. Okay, so speaking of Tati and all that drama that happened, if you want to hear what I have to say about that, you can go over and you can check out my videos that I did about James Charles and Tati from like 2 or 3 days ago. So this is what happened, okay? So James's mother went over to Tati's Instagram, okay? And she started going through the comments that people were leaving, and she would like respond to them, okay? Like when somebody was saying something about the sugar bear hair or the sugar bear hair pills and whatever, and that, you know, he wasn't fair to her, she commented something like, how is this so? Or something like that. It wasn't this in-depth, oh my Lord, we have a guest to the show today. It's Pee-Pee the Flying Chihuahua. How are you doing, Pee-Pee? He said, I am having a good time today, and I am so happy. Now you know why he's called Pee-Pee. Okay, so he's gonna sit here and join us for the video. But all these people came and they said she was putting herself in the middle of all the drama, she should have shut her mouth and all this kind of stuff. You know, so this is where my opinion comes into it and all this kind of stuff. I think that it would be really hard to be James Charles' mother, okay? Let's just be for real. I mean, for several reasons. But, you know, like, first of all, I went and I watched this video like months ago, and it was like from years and years and years ago, and it had like Barbra Streisand's sister, and it had like Madonna's sister on there who looks just like her. I didn't even know she had a sister, but looks just like her, right? And they had all these famous people, they had all these celebrity siblings on there. And one of the things that they said was that like when they come home, like it's hard for them to turn off the celebrity, and because that's just who they are all the time. And they're used to people kind of like always like bowing down to them and doing things, right? So, you know, if we experience a certain amount of that with James Charles on YouTube or Twitter or whatever, I'm sure his family does as well. Not to say that I don't believe that his family hasn't benefited financially to some degree. Not that they needed to, because I don't think they did. But that I'm sure he's done some nice things for them and whatever. You know, and I think that's nice. But she's extremely supportive of James and his brother Ian. And you can see it. If you go to her Instagram, literally her whole Instagram is all about them. And, you know, when this came out, it was interesting to me. Now, I think there's this whole discussion, and I know that James kind of took the stance that, like, you know, drama's one thing, but when you're coming from my family, it's something else. And then a lot of people were saying, well, you know, she put herself out there, so now she's choosing to be criticized. Okay, I agree with that statement. I agree that if you put yourself out there in the public eye, you're opening yourself up to criticism. I totally 100% agree with that. She's a grown woman. She knew what she was putting herself into, okay? That being said, and I'm just being completely real for this for a second, if I was in James' position and maybe I knew a different story, because we don't know what the real story is in the background. Tati, she ain't said boo since all this went down, okay? If I knew a different story, or if I knew kind of something different or whatever, then, you know, I think that I might kind of just, I don't know, if I was, listen, I'm telling you right now, back in the day, my mother, she would have let people have it. She wouldn't, thank God my mother was not here for the Facebook, okay? Because my mother, she would have wanted a Facebook so bad, but she wouldn't understand how, Facebook's of the devil anyway, okay? It truly is. But she wouldn't have known how to work that Facebook. She would have been calling me 30 times a day. Peter, I need to post this motivational quote. I'd be like, Mother, it's just not that deep. She'd be like, well, I want to post a picture on Instagram. Listen, okay? It just, you don't, I didn't need my mother on the Facebook, okay? So I can't even imagine. But I'm telling you right now, my mother, she was a mama bear, okay? And she would have some things to say. And I think a lot of you out there are mama bears too, okay? I think you protect your kids at any expense. And I really believe that if you were put in the same situation, off the record, you might pick up the phone and be like, hey, James, I don't know that I necessarily like the way that you're behaving, and I understand this is part of your public image, but what? No, you don't call your mother a sister. No, no, no. No, you call me mom. Mom? No, I'm not one. No, sis. No. Mom will be fine, okay? So anyway, James, I don't necessarily care about some of the behavior that you're displaying. Yeah, we need to tone it down a little bit, maybe act a little less arrogant, things like that. You know, let's just be for real, okay? Those conversations are probably occurring. She seems like an educated woman to me. I mean, I've seen her in videos. I've seen her in her Instagram. You know, she seems educated. So does his father. I'm sure that they aren't just, I mean, we've seen Logan and Jake Paul's dad, okay? It's not that, right? There has to be a breaking point, I think, for parents. Like, what is enough, right? Do I think that she then should have been prepared for what was coming her way because she put herself out there? Absolutely. She knew what was coming her way, right? She knew if I put myself out there, people are going to criticize it. Did she know that 15 videos were going to be made about her? How do you not know about that at this time? James Charles literally can't belch and somebody make a video about him, usually me. So let's just be for real, okay? Now, I reached out to James because I wanted to really hear what he had to say about this. You know, I was like, I want to get a statement from James, and I want to hear what he has to say about this. So I texted James, and I said, you know, like, hey, I'm going to make this video. Do you have a statement for me? And where's my statement? Okay. He said, my only statement is that I did not ask her to say anything, and I'm very frustrated that this drama is being continued because she liked 3 comments about a situation that no one knows what happened and also should have been handled in private. So basically what he's saying, I guess, is that this ongoing, I don't know, drama between he and Tati is continued because he's saying Tati should have said it in private. She shouldn't have put it out there and all this kind of stuff. I think the opposing side of that is people could say, well, you know, James, you're the one that put the sugar bear hair thing out there, and as much as you quickly made another apology, you know, you still hurt Tati's feelings. The thing is, it wasn't just that hurt Tati's feelings. I think it was one thing after another by all of her friends, not just one or two. If you go back and you watch her Instagram story, which is in my other video, I'll link it at the end, she says in there that, you know, she's just going to stay in her own lane, and she kind of alludes to the fact that, like, no one is very supportive of her. So who knows? We also don't know. I mean, Tati might have gotten up that day and her pinkety-drinkety might not have been so fine. I'm just saying, okay? So she might have just been having a really rough day. I said in my video the whole thing should have been handled in private. I said that, you know, Tati should have reached out to James. It didn't need to be handled this way, right? Call him up and be like, girl, I don't understand. Sugar bear hair, what? They got you security and some free artist pass to Coachella? I would have written you a check. Like, what? You want to sponsor me? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why it had to be about all this, you know? 5 drama channels, everybody talking about it, everybody being upset and all this kind of stuff. And it's interesting because I went over to Tati's Instagram and she's actually getting a lot of negativity, and people are saying you knew exactly what you were doing when you put this out, that you were sending a lot of hate towards James. And, you know, maybe she did, maybe she didn't, I don't know. But it has turned into this thing that has been absolutely huge. Okay, PP jumped down and hit the ring light, so I had to stop the camera. But, you know, this whole thing is kind of like turned into something that it didn't need to. It's gotten just so huge, so deep, and, you know, personally, I believe that it should have been handled in public, but sometimes you get, you know, pushed to your breaking point, and you have to come out and say what you have to say, so I understand why Tati did it. It makes me sad, because they've had this extremely long, close friendship. I mean, he's young, so what, 1.5 years, 2 years? But, you know, like, they've had this close friendship, so it's really sad. I hope this friendship doesn't end over something like this. I hope they're able to work it out. And I think that that's the sign of mature adults that can, you know, sit down and talk things out and own our parts and all that kind of stuff, you know? So I don't know. We'll see. Do I think that his mother should have participated in this? No, I think she should have stayed silent. I don't think she should have put herself in the middle of it at all. Because at the end of the day, she's not representative of James, but she does speak to his brand because she is his mother. And we have to remember that. From a public's perception, that's how it looks, right? So do I think she should have said something? No, I think she should have completely stayed out of it for her and James too. Not just for his brand and not for all that kind of stuff, but because it's going to get them so much more hate than they deserved. You know, I do want to say one thing, is that I went over to her Instagram and I was quite surprised that she isn't getting more hate from all of this, because unless she's going in there and deleting it, I don't know. But I went to her Instagram and there really aren't any nasty, nasty comments on her newest picture. But I went to 2 of her pictures from the 2 previous days, and one of the things that, one of the people commented on her, there was actually quite a few comments on here. I mean, it's not flooded with that, but there's quite a few comments on there that are not very nice. And one of the comments says, your son is transphobic trash. And then the other comment is, oh my God, it's the Antichrist, because she posted a picture of her 2 children as, like, toddlers. And, you know, I was like, can you imagine? Like, that would be so painful for my mother to see that, to read that comment. You know, because at the end of the day, she's still my mother. And I'm not excusing the things that James has done. I think Antichrist is, I think that's harsh. I really, really do. You know, I think calling somebody trash is harsh. I think that's, you know, whatever. But, like, you know, I think at the end of the day, can you imagine being somebody's mother? How do you stand on the other side of that and look at that and be like, I don't know what to do with this. Like, this is really hard, you know? So I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you excited about Shane and Tati doing something together? Are you excited about seeing this James Charles thing unfold more? What is the drama going to be tomorrow that he's going to do? You know, like, is there gonna be more incidents that people are gonna be talking about? It just seems to be like right now for James, and maybe it's because he has so much going on, you know, that I think he has something like 40 million, you know, followers off of over all of his platforms. That is a huge following, okay? So, you know, I don't know. It's like every day there seems to be something else. Will there be something else tomorrow? I hope not for him. You know, I believe that everybody deserves a stress break. But at the same time, I mean, sometimes we have to think about what we're doing before we do it, you know? And let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.